Hi, welcome back everyone. This week in Level E, we will be working on lessons 69 to 72. You'll need worksheets 43 through 44, the 4-in-1 ruler, the math card games book, your basic number card stack, the math journal, which of course is found at the back of the worksheets, the abacus short multiplication table and/or fraction chart if needed. In lesson 69, we will practice multiplication and division using multivides. The warm-ups are on worksheet 43, and they consist of short division problems. So multivides may be a new concept to you, and at first they may be a little confusing. So let's take a look at how they work.
Okay, so I'm going to be working with the first multivide in the lesson book on page 132 for lesson 69. So it says to multiply 2 times 2. So we go ahead and do that. We get 4. We write our check number for 4, which of course is 4. Now we're going to multiply 4 times 3, and we'll get 12. Our check number for 12 is 3. So remember how to use the check numbers. You say 3 times 4 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. So yes, this checks. Okay, next we're going to multiply by 4. So 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 1 is 4. And our check number, I'm going to take 1 from the 4, make this a 9. So we eliminate that. That's a 0. There's 3 left over. Let's see if that worked. 4 times 3 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. So that one does check. Now your kids don't have to be writing a check mark there. I'm just doing it to show you that we've actually checked it. Okay, now you're going to multiply by 5. So 5 times 8 is 40. Carry the 4. 5 times 4 is 20. Plus 4 is 24. So my answer is 240. That would give me the check number of 6. 5 times 3 is 15. 1 and 5 is 6. So that does check as well. Now we're going to multiply by 6. 6 times 0 is 0. 6 times 4 is 24. Carry the 2. 6 times 2 is 12. Plus 2 is 14. So our answer is 1,440. And our check number is 0 because 4 and 4 is 8 plus 1 is 9. Check number for 9 is 0. 6 times 6 is 36. 3 and 6 is 9. Check number is 0. All right, now it may surprise you when you get to these multivides that we actually make the box upside down. And interestingly, this process is still used in other countries today, and it's been in textbooks from the US since the 1800s. So even though it might be unusual for you and for me and for your kids to have the box upside down, it's not an uncommon thing. And it makes these multivides work. So that's why we're sticking with it. All right, so 2 goes into 14 7 times. 2 goes into 4 twice. 2 goes into 0 0 times. Now my check number for 270 is 0 because 7 and 2 is 9. And how does that work? Okay, you say 2 times 0 equals 0. So, yep, sure enough, it checks. All right, let's divide by 3. So 7 divided by 3 is 2. With 1 left over, 12 divided by 3 is 4. 0 divided by 3 is 0. And my check number is 6. 3 times 6 is 18. 1 and 8 is 9, so the check number is 0. Okay, now we're going to divide by 4. 4 goes into 24 6 times. 4 goes into 0 0 times. My check number is 6. 4 times 6 is 24. 2 and 4 is 6. So yes, it checks. Okay, now we're going to divide by 5. 5 goes into 6 once with 1 left over. 5 goes into 10 twice. My check number is 3. 5 times 3 is 15. 1 and 5 is 6. So we're still good. Okay, now we're going to divide by 6. 6 goes into 12 2 times. 6 times 2 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. So we are good. We got the right answer. Notice also that the answer down here is the same answer as what is above, what we started with. We started with 2 and we end with 2. So ultimately, that's how you know that we've done it right, but it's really wise to do these check numbers in between, because the worst thing is for kids to get down to the first division problem and they end up with a remainder. And if you end up with a remainder, you've made a mistake somewhere. And there will be tears if they did all of that work and they have to erase it. So please encourage your child to use the check numbers to make sure that they're getting the answer correct every single step of the way. And then they'll be happy to discover that the way they know that they succeeded is that they got the same answer as what they started with.
Okay, so notice that the multivides in this lesson are actually partial ones. We normally go all the way through 9. So we multiply through 9 and then we divide through 9. But these are shorter just to get your feet wet and get started. Longer ones will be introduced later. After finishing the worksheet, go ahead and ask the in conclusion questions and then play the short division game, which is D10 in the Math Card Games book. In lesson 70, you're going to be doing an assessment review. So this is like a pre-test. There are corrections for this lesson. So if your book was printed before January 3rd of 2019, please go ahead to look at the link that I will include in the description to find out what needs to be corrected. And your child will need the 4-in-1 ruler for this worksheet, which is worksheet 44. Let's go ahead and look at what you can review with your child if after they've taken this preview assessment, if they've missed some of the questions. Let's just go ahead and see what lessons you could review. Okay, if your child missed the oral questions, let's look at those. For question number 1, review lessons 4 and 19. For the second one, review lessons 6 and 33. And for the third one, you could review lesson 6. For the write the answers questions, go ahead and review lesson 13 if your child missed the first one, lesson 46 if they missed the second one, and lesson 7 if they missed the third one. In the do the arithmetic section, the addition problem could be reviewed in lesson 13. The subtraction could be reviewed in lessons 21 and 22, and the multiplication problem could be reviewed in lesson 59. For the round this number to billions and millions, go ahead and review lessons 16 and 17. In the solve the problems section, for the first one, go ahead and review lessons 49, 52, and 55. For the second one, go ahead and review 49 and 55. And then for the third one, review lesson 34. For the find the factor pairs, you can review lesson 60. Name the prime numbers, review lesson 61. For the multivide, review lesson 69. For the put the fractions in order section, go ahead and review lessons 51, 52, and 56. For the write greater than, less than, or equals to, review lessons 30, and then 40 through 42. And then for the what portion of the fraction is shaded, review lessons 46. Okay, because we have a big assessment coming up, we're going to use this next lesson, 71, to play games and help review for this assessment. There is a rather lengthy warm-up section. It is oral, so you can just ask those questions, and then you'll play Find the Two Factors, which is game P29. There's also a video or blog about it. Division Remainder War Game. 1/2 game, which is game F8, and there is a blog or video about it. Corners with Eighths, which is F22.1, also has a video or blog. And if it seems, so that's 4 games. To me, 4 games is a lot to play in just one day. So if that seems like a lot to you as well, you could spread them out over the week, starting on Monday and back on lesson 69. You could play one of these games. Or you could take Wednesday and Thursday to play games, so maybe 2 games each day, and then take the assessment on Friday. So it's up to you how you schedule it and what your child's endurance is. Maybe they can play 4 games in one day. That would be perfectly fine as well. All right, lesson 72 is assessment number 2. If your child misses many of those questions, please see the slide for lesson 70. But more importantly, play more games that cover the concepts that they are missing. Remember that the games are what actually solidifies the facts and keeps them really fresh in your child's mind. And that's it for this week. See you next time. Bye-bye.